News when you want it with Bloomberg News Now. I'm Kalegi. The U.S. Treasury unexpectedly announced it's wrapping up buybacks of long-dated government debt, taking the action in the wake of yields on such securities hitting the highest levels in years. Just 2 weeks after releasing its planned schedule for buybacks this quarter, the Treasury Department on Wednesday said it's increasing by at least double the size of liquidity support buyback operations for securities dated from the 10-year to the 30-year sector. Ira Jersey is chief U.S. rates strategist at Bloomberg Intelligence.
This is a little bit like maybe the beginning of a larger coordinated effort between issuance or buybacks and other things to try to arrest the sell-off that we've seen in the long end of the yield curve. One of the problems, though, that the Treasury is going to have is this doesn't do anything for the deficit. It doesn't improve the deficit at all, so there's still going to be a lot of issuance. It's just a matter about where along the curve it's going to be.
Ira Jersey with Bloomberg Intelligence. Former St. Louis Fed President Jim Bullard on the buyback.
The market reaction suggests that this is an important tactical move from the Treasury, a little bit unexpected, so you're probably getting an outsized reaction right now. But I don't think it changes the fundamentals of big fiscal deficits and a Fed on the sidelines, which is what's driving longer-term yields higher.
The move follows a bond sell-off this week that saw the 30-year hit its highest yield since 2007. Right now it's at 5.18%. The biggest stock story of the day has to be Moderna. Those shares are up 133% after the mRNA vaccine maker reported positive results in a late-stage trial of its personalized melanoma vaccine with Merck's Keytruda. Madison Muller covers healthcare for Bloomberg News.
At the risk of sounding like a total nerd, a really big and important moment in science. This is something that scientists have been chasing for almost a century, is a personalized cancer treatment, personalized cancer vaccine. And so we're seeing an mRNA cancer vaccine really succeed in the first large late-stage trial, like you said. So a win for cancer, a win for the companies.
Bloomberg's Madison Muller, and it's a win for Merck as well. Those shares are up 10%. Sam Fazeli is Director of Research for Global Industries and Senior Pharmaceuticals Analyst for Bloomberg Intelligence.
How good is this data? We'll find out in the next few months, I'm pretty sure. And then can you say it's going to work in other tumors? And I think that's a bit of a leap of faith. It's going to take some. Melanoma is the easiest step forward. So, but still, let's celebrate today.
You can hear more from Sam Fazeli on the Bloomberg Intelligence podcast. Target shares are up 5% after the big box retailer boosted its full-year guidance more than analysts expected. Bloomberg's Dan Curtis has more.
The company's projecting net sales to increase about 5% in the current fiscal year. That's up from 4%. Part of that includes nearly $1 billion of pre-tax tariff refund benefits. Company also adjusted earnings target after second quarter sales surpassed analyst estimates.
Bloomberg's Dan Curtis notes Target stock is up 56% already this year, and investors may be concerned those pre-tax tariff benefits won't last. Investors are waiting for the minutes from the Fed's split decision to keep rates on hold last month. Bloomberg's Michael McKee has a preview from Washington.
The minutes aren't going to look necessarily like the minutes used to. For years, we've seen them kind of diminish in importance because we know a lot about what happened based on what all the Fed people have been telling us. But now they're not supposed to talk as much, and Kevin Warsh keeps telling us or teasing us with what we don't know. So this could be one of the beginning of a new life for Fed minutes.
Bloomberg's Mike McKee in the nation's capital. The Trump administration is delaying 50% tariffs on about $20 billion in Canadian goods. President Trump announced a tentative deal less than 2 hours before midnight deadline. Bloomberg's Tyler Kendall has more from the White House.
We still have a lot of big questions here, considering that the White House came out and said that the two sides reached a deal, but Canada wasn't so definitive. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney falling short of saying that they had this deal done. We did get this document from the White House, which outlined that Canada is willing to take steps in regard to some of these issues where the U.S. has really been highlighting, whether that be alcohol, investment laws in Canada related to auto production.
Bloomberg's Tyler Kendall. Marvell Technology and Alphabet's Google announced an expanded chip development partnership, including a warrant from Marvell allowing the search giant to buy as much as $12.2 billion in shares. Google may purchase up to nearly 59 million Marvell shares at a price of $206.58 apiece. Nearly 1.4 million of the shares vest in the first year of the deal, after which they will vest in 240 tranches until the end of Marvell's fiscal 2033, with a tranche for each $500 million in revenue from custom chips sold to Google. Checking markets, the Dow is up 0.6%. NASDAQ is up 0.5%. The S&P is up 0.6%. The 10-year Treasury yield at 4.64%. The 2-year 4.18%. Checking oil, West Texas Intermediate at 86.13. Brent crude at 88.06. That's news when you want it with Bloomberg News Now. I'm Kalegi. This is Bloomberg.